noticed, she has this really interesting dynamic with Lila.
She's kind of a free spirit.
Right. She's got all these thoughts about love, about identity, about life in general. It's almost like she's offering a different perspective on the whole wedding thing.
It's like she's saying there's more to life than just this one day.
Exactly. So with all these characters, all their different personalities, and this whole wedding...
Welcome to Witter. Who Has Time to Read? The podcast that brings deep dives for busy minds. Listen to AI hosts Jane and Dane and get ready to unpack the world's most captivating books in just a fraction of the time. Whether commuting, working out, or just squeezing in a quick break, we deliver key insights, thought-provoking themes, and takeaways you can carry into your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Plus, use our links in the description to purchase this book. Your support helps us bring more engaging book discussions to you. Listen and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Who has time to read? You do, with Witter.
All right, so you're back with us for Witter.
That's right. Deep dives for busy minds.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And today's deep dive, we're taking a look at The Wedding People.
By Alison Espach?
Alison Espach, that's right. Now, when we say The Wedding People, don't just think, typical wedding story, all fluffy and romantic.
Oh, no, not at all.
Because Espach takes us way beyond the surface.
It's like a deep dive, really.
It is a deep dive into the chaos of a destination wedding. All those little moments, the relationships, the identities.
Exactly. All those unexpected things that life just throws at you.
Yeah, it's really about how people react, how they connect, how they cope.
Absolutely.
So we meet Phoebe, our main character, this recently divorced professor.
Oh, Phoebe. She's going through it.
She is. She arrives at this grand wedding, and, well, she's not exactly in a celebratory mood.
I mean, she's contemplating suicide.
Yeah, heavy stuff right from the start. But the way she observes everything, the wedding preparations, the other guests, it's so detached, almost clinical.
She notices everything, though, like how the bride, Lila, doesn't seem to really know her own family.
It's like she's watching a play unfold, but she's also narrating it with this dark humor.
Definitely dark humor. Like when she talks about wanting her suicide to be bloodless, for the sake of the hotel staff.
It's bleak, but there's this absurd practicality to it. It's like she's looking for a strange kind of order in the middle of all this chaos.
Totally. I think that's a big part of what makes Phoebe such a compelling character. She's struggling, but she's also incredibly sharp and observant.
Right. And you have Lila, the bride. She seems like the classic, picture-perfect bride, obsessed with every detail.
Oh, absolutely. Destination, wedding, the whole 9 yards. You can practically hear the Pinterest boards.
Exactly. But as you get to know Lila, rather as Phoebe observes her, you start to see cracks in that perfect facade.
She's anxious, insecure, really worried about what her mother thinks.
It's almost like she's trying to find her happiness in this wedding, like it's the answer to everything.
It makes you think about all that pressure, all those expectations society puts on these big moments, like weddings.
Definitely. But what I find interesting is that even with all that focus on the surface, on the perfect wedding, there are these glimpses of real vulnerability in Lila.
Oh, absolutely. She has these moments, especially with Phoebe, where you see a genuine connection forming.
It's like a reminder that, you can't judge a book by its cover, especially when it comes to something as complex as a wedding.
Speaking of complex, there's Gary, the groom.
The groom. Yeah, he's recently widowed. A gastroenterologist marrying this young, vibrant woman.
Talk about a lot of baggage to bring into a new relationship.
Right. His past, his deceased wife, Wendy, his daughter, Juice. It's all very present for him.
It's got to be tough, trying to move on after losing someone you love.
Yeah, starting a new chapter when you're still carrying so much of the previous one.
But he seems like a pretty easygoing guy.
He does. But there are these quiet moments where you can tell he's really thinking about his past, about Wendy, about what his future with Lila will look like.
It's like he's trying to figure out how to reconcile all these different parts of himself.
Exactly. Now, let's not forget, this wedding is full of interesting characters, each adding their own little bit of drama to the mix.
Oh, yeah, the whole wedding party.
And they're all seen through Phoebe's eyes, which just makes it that much more entertaining.
Definitely. So you've got Marla, the sister-in-law, the lawyer.
Oh, Marla, with her strong opinions.
She's very particular, correcting people's grammar, scrutinizing the drink orders.
It's like everything has to be just so, by the book, or should I say by the law.
She definitely keeps everyone on their toes.
And then there's Jim, a friend of the groom.
Jim's the funny guy.
Always trying to lighten the mood. He's got this shared history with Gary, and wouldn't you know it, he ends up connecting with Phoebe.
It's one of those unexpected friendships that you don't see coming but totally root for.
Totally. And then, of course, there's Juice, Gary's daughter.
She's quiet, but you can tell she's observing everything.
Still so connected to her mother. You see her grappling with all these big changes, these adult emotions, in her own way.
It's heartbreaking, but it's also really insightful. It shows you the impact of loss from a child's perspective.
And then we have Lila's mother, Patricia, the artist. She has this really interesting dynamic with Lila.
She's kind of a free spirit.
Right. She's got all these thoughts about love, about identity, about life in general. It's almost like she's offering a different perspective on the whole wedding thing.
It's like she's saying there's more to life than just this one day.
Exactly. So with all these characters, all their different personalities, and this whole wedding as a backdrop, Espach explores some really important themes.
Like the idea of, perfect happiness, or at least the illusion of it.
Right. We have this meticulously planned wedding, all about presenting this image of bliss. But underneath it all, everyone's dealing with their own struggles.
It's like a reminder that life is messy. It's not always Instagram worthy,
Absolutely. And that messiness actually leads to another theme, which is about finding connection in unexpected places.
Like how Phoebe and Lila, two completely different people, end up finding some common ground.
Or Phoebe connecting with Gary and Jim. They offer her support and different perspectives.
It's like a reminder that you never know where you'll find solace, where you'll find people who get you.
And both Phoebe and Gary are going through this process of trying to figure out who they are after experiencing loss.
After her divorce, after Wendy's death, they're both having to redefine themselves.
And this wedding, in a way, forces them to confront those questions.
To figure out what their next chapter looks like, it's something a lot of people can probably relate to,
Absolutely. But let's not forget the humor. Espach has this way of capturing these funny, awkward, almost absurd moments that happen in life, especially at big gatherings like weddings.
Like the whole debate about the vacation in a cup cocktail.
The vacation in a cup. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Or that story about the
one about the wet in the tailpipe. Oh, yeah, Jim told me about that.
See, it's just so real, so human. It's those little moments that make the book so relatable and so funny.
And those moments really highlight the complexities of human behavior, how we can be both ridiculous and profound, sometimes all at the same time.
Now, throughout the book, you really see Phoebe going through this transformation.
She starts off so detached, so lost in her own dark thoughts.
And through these small interactions, through connecting with other people, you see her starting to come back to life.
Like that scene where she goes surfing with Gary and Juice. That's a real turning point for her.
It is. It's like this moment of pure joy, of connection with nature, with other people. And you see her start to let go of some of that darkness.
And the fact that she finally finishes reading Mrs. Dalloway, a book all about finding beauty in the everyday, it just feels so symbolic.
It does. It's like she's finally opening herself up to the world again, seeing the possibility of happiness.
And even though the wedding itself doesn't go exactly as planned, with Lila leaving before the ceremony even starts.
Yeah, that's a pretty big twist.
It is. But I think it ultimately reinforces this idea of choosing yourself, of not letting societal expectations dictate your happiness.
Of taking control of your own life, even when it means going against the grain.
Exactly. So if you're looking for a book that will make you think, that will make you laugh, that will make you feel all the feels, The Wedding People is definitely worth checking out.
It's a deep dive into grief, into connection, into all the messy beauty of human relationships.
And who knows, maybe it'll even make you reconsider what a perfect wedding really looks like.
Now, we always like to leave our listeners with something to ponder.
A little food for thought.
So think about this. Have you ever found yourself connecting with someone in a completely unexpected situation?
Or maybe you've felt that pressure, those expectations around big life events, like a wedding.
And how often do those expectations actually align with what you truly want, with what makes you happy?
Because sometimes it's in those messy, chaotic moments that we discover who we really are, what truly matters.
Food for thought, indeed. That's what we're all about here at Witter.
Deep dives for busy minds.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep those minds open.
See you next time.
Thanks for listening to Witter, Who Has Time to Read, produced by One Media. Please support the author by purchasing the book or audiobook using the link in the description. It's a great way to help keep the art of writing alive. And stay in the loop. Subscribe to our newsletter for updates on weekly deep dives. And don't forget to share your thoughts or suggest our next deep dive at witterpodcast@gmail.com.